podcast show. Today is Monday and it's a beautiful way to start the week with productivity and positivity in the air. Now, there is so much going on my membership program. My membership is only $4.44 a month, and you can check out all the videos that I've been recording lately about the lunar node shift, which happens tonight. So I will also be recording right now the May monthly astrological forecast, as well as the weekly. And all the other daily messages that you get every day, the Monday message is already there. And I've been guided to do something different today for the love show. This week it's gonna be for members only, because I'm going to be using the horoscope from the Venus magazine, which is only given for free as part of your membership. So if you become a member, basically you get emailed the digital magazine for free, or you can purchase it separately for $9.99 on my shop section. And I really want to illuminate you all today that this is the turning point in your life, okay? With this lunar node shift, it truly is the set of a new beginning, of a new story. Now, the question is, what kind of story do you want to live in? And what kind of story do you want to create? Because really, it's up to you. You know, you are in control of your destiny as long as it's in line with your fate. Now, this is why, you know, free will is very non-existent, because at the end of the day, everything happens according to the alignment of the stars, and your destiny is already predetermined by your fate. So it really helps to get to know the energies astrologically and how you can best make the wisest decisions according to your sign and according to whatever situation you're stuck in. Because if you're stuck in a situation, like if it's a relationship, for example, or it's a person that you can't let go from the past, you're really heavily being guided to let go. Because if you don't, you're going to be staying stuck underneath a rock, unmovable. This way, you won't be able to progress on your life because you're not making room and space for the new. So this is kind of like an urgent message for all of you out there, because I feel like in the collective, there is still a group of people who are very set in their ways with the past. And it's not good, because you're inhibiting yourself from soul growth. And I see this a lot when it comes to love and relationships. People who are hung up on either ex-partnerships or just someone that they had a crush on, but it wasn't a reciprocated love. That's, you know, holding yourself back, because that's not doing anything to the other person, you see. That person could be way up ahead already on the next level, on this other spiritual realm. Remember what I talked about in those videos of the lunar node shifts on my website, and in the spiritual talk, which is on my YouTube channel. It was like a short version, basically. There is going to be a 3D and 5D split in our reality, and depending on where you choose to go is where you're going to be experiencing your life for the next year and a half. And these people who are still clinging to the past, in whatever way this means, this could be even addictions, it could be negative patterns, it could be old habits that are not working out for you, and it could literally be old people, right? Like people who you want in your life, but they're not meant to be in your life. And you're just clinging out of stubbornness and out of egocentrism, because truly, if you are surrendered to divine will, then if the divine tells you that it's not it, then you heed advice and you take action as accordingly. But if you are stubborn with the divine, then that's where the repercussions come, you see, because you're trying to superimpose your own way, whereas the divine knows best. So it's really a question of asking yourself, are you really being honest with yourself? Are you, really living your life according to how the divine wants you to live your life? Are you on the right path? Because if you're not, then this year and a half coming up is going to be a real struggle for you. And you don't want to be on that boat, because this life is priceless. Why waste a lifetime on repeating old negative patterns that have no place in your life anymore? You see, we're trying to establish a new foundation in our life, a stable emotional world in which we can see ourselves down the line with a stable partner, a spiritual lover, and a financial stability, abundance in our home and in our reality, in our life. And all of this requires making tough decisions, What is it that you need to let go of? What are those sacrifices that you need to give into? And what do you need to move towards? What risks do you need to take? What do you need to have blind faith towards? This is a really crucial period, and worldwide, obviously, I talked a lot about those in the videos that I don't want to talk about it here, but there's also going to be a lot of changes worldwide, and this is going to affect us on a personal level, obviously. When it comes to travel, when it comes to long distance relationships, and when it comes to even creative projects, right? When it comes to our creative projects, we're really being called to look at the bigger picture. And tomorrow, I'm going to be hosting a special live stream event called The Bigger Picture. And it's a presentation that I prepared for you all to really learn about what the deeper cosmic mission is behind everything that we do, why lightworkers are on their mission, and why we need to keep standing in our truth. What's the purpose behind it all? And how we can work on making ourselves feel better by getting ourselves more in spiritual alignment, raising our vibration, and being that spiritual beacon of light that the world needs right now. The collective is in very much need of this loving, healing energy. So I will also be doing a special full moon ritual for the full moon in Scorpio this Thursday. I will be having it on Wednesday though, so it will be like Wednesday afternoon. I'll make a special post about that because the full moon is at 5:30 in the morning, so really early on Thursday. And it will also be a celebration of the exit of the nodes and the entrance of the new nodes. So it's going to be a multi-celebration this Wednesday, a bonfire ceremony. So you really want to join me with that. And you can check out my YouTube channel for all the previous ones that I've done there. But if you want to become live stream in that one, then go to my upcoming calendars and book your session for $22. And you will be sent and emailed your Zoom webinar link and password. Now, for those of you out there who are having trouble letting go of past partnerships or people that, perhaps it could be that you're in love with that person, but it's not a reciprocated love. You need to ask yourself, why am I reducing my level? Why am I, settling for a person who doesn't love me back? Ask yourself seriously that question, because that's truly a disservice to yourself. And that says a lot about your self-esteem and self-worth. If you're clinging on to someone who obviously doesn't have those feelings back, that says a lot about where you're at, right? And we're being called to really identify who we are deep down inside. With the sun in Taurus and with all the energy that I've been channeling on the Love Show, we're moving from self-worth wounds into self-identity wounds now. Now it's all about who are you really? Who is it, the real you? And this real you is going to attract a partnership that is in line with the real authentic you. And this spiritual partner that is truly meant for you, you only have one person in the whole world. This person will accept you as you are. You see, you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't need to chase anybody. If this love is not reciprocated, then you need to let go. Cut the cords and be free. Liberate yourself so that you can make room in your life to attract the real person for you. Because if you cling on to someone else that is not for you, you're blocking yourself from love. So you're being asked to question yourself, where are you blocking yourself? Because no one's blocking you. You are blocking yourself. So you really need to ask yourself that question, because I really felt called to talk about this because I've been seeing other people in the spiritual community deal with this, like stalker issues. And in my own personal life, I don't want to delve too deep in it, but I have had several past lovers come up to me thinking that, they could re-enter my life and it's like meant to be, but really it's not. We've been in a huge karmic cycle, which I've been talking about so much in my astrology. The past year and a half especially, and even the past 10 years. So any relationship, any person that you dated or even talked to romantically in the past decade has been karmic. This means that they were not your soulmate, they're not your twin, they're not your divine other. So you need to get that through your head and really learn it and move on, because if not, you're gonna miss that window of opportunity. There is a small crack in the wall, and I got this vision today in the morning and I saw it. And this is this window opportunity that's super small, and it takes attention, because if you just move past it without noticing it, you're gonna miss that window of opportunity. And there goes your love. there goes your spiritual partnership, and there goes you being lonely for the next year and a half, and who knows, perhaps the next decade. Because you can be in a partnership and be lonely, remember that. And you can be in a very unhealthy relationship and it be toxic. So what's the good in that, right? What's the point? It's still a waste of time. So you want to make the best of these energies and really work on healing yourself from the inside out. Take a look at my book. My 10-week soul coaching program is going to be a real benefit to you. This is a 10-week program, over 10 hours of therapeutic videos, and really help you to see deep down within what it is that you need to basically tackle and laser focus on your healing journey so that you can be ready and receptive to allow the universe to bring you that spiritual lover that is for you. Everybody has that special person out there for them. And let me tell you something that is going to be triggering, but it's the truth. To be honest, the true spiritual lover out there, you haven't met them yet. So if you're in a partnership right now, perhaps they are not your divine other. And if it's been like a recent reignition of this partnership, then that's a different story. There are exceptions to the rules, but they're very minimal. And it's had to be a solid foundation of a relationship. It doesn't mean that you've, dated and stopped talking. The only people that are the exception is the people who have been in a solid relationship for the past decade or within the past few years. And it's still going, basically. They haven't broken up. And there has been no problems, like no doubts about wanting to break up or move on, okay? Like you have this inner knowing that they are the one. So that's obviously the exceptions to the rules because those tend to be the older generation, okay? So it has to do a lot with that because there are different wavelengths here on Earth. And so if you're in the young generation between 20 and 30 years old and maybe up to 40 years old, chances are that you haven't really met your spiritual other and you will be meeting them within now, perhaps within the next few weeks because we're entering Venus retrograde soon, which I talk about a lot in my Venus magazine. And that's going to be May 12 to 13, I believe. And tonight to tomorrow is the North Node and South Node shift. So that's going to play a huge role as well because opportunities are kind of like slimming now, okay? There's going to be less opportunities because of the more constrictions worldwide as well. But Jupiter is being kind of like blocked a little bit. But if you do have access to this person that is a new person in your life, then there is an opportunity to get to know them. So if you want to know more about these energies, check out the Venus Love Magazine interview because there's a lot of information in that article that I actually read to you out loud. So I'll link it down below and I'll be back later with more information about the love show and everything that's going on. And make sure you sign up to my weekly newsletter on my website and follow me on all my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my website. And check out my forums as well so you can join the chats. Have an amazing and beautiful morning. Namaste.